Since this is 101, let's go over the basics. Your podcast is weak, in need of a facelift. First things first, because it's the point of the show. What you're gonna want to do is work on your audio. When the sound feels right, all crisp and lovely, it's time to decide. Visuals are too ugly. Let's pretend you chose video, so what should you do? Get a high-def cam and a wardrobe that's cool. Build your set, fix the lighting, and make sure it's clean. Now you well on your way to be a microphone fiend. PostPod's important cop and editing tool. Do a tutorial and get comfortable. Nothing left to do but to hit publish. Congrats. Now you're open to scrutiny from the public.
Man, I'm not really good at this freestyling too. All I know is I beat the shit out of you on the court yesterday.
That ain't even true.
A little bit.
First of all, let's preface this by saying that was my first day back. Okay.
No, okay. So I'm just playing around. I don't even really want to get into the basketball just yet.
I mean, we should get into it.
I think not yet. I'm gonna give you another. I think it's
should.
I think it's unfair to. I've had 3 weeks. You've had 1 week.
This is true. Well, one day.
So we're gonna try to make this a weekly thing, right? As much as possible. I think we actually might be detailing a car. On
I'll say until it gets to the point where there's so many people that it's just inconvenient to be there.
Yeah. So I was going to get these beers out of your refrigerator, and I noticed you have what I can only. I saw it, and I was like, okay, that looks like a Crave case, but I guess it's a different version of the Crave case, like a.
It's what they call a Crave clutch.
Is
my
it
friend.
for a lesser fatter person, like a lesser fat person than a fatter person?
Yeah, it's like
If you catch my drift.
It's what you eat when you're on your way to like my 600-pound life or whatever it's called.
So. I love White Castle.
I don't know why this isn't turning, and I haven't really used.
You know what?
I
realized mine last week wasn't doing that either, and I looked and it wouldn't allow it to do landscape mode.
I mean, whatever it is, what it is, as long as it stays on and keeps the time for us.
All right. So listen. Anyway, so I was at I lost all my train of thought talking about this fucking stopwatch. White Castle. So I love White Castle. I really do.
Yeah.
It's been one of my favorites for a very long time. However, the thing about it is, when you get older, you can't really control White Castle's effect on you as well as you could have as a child.
I was very limiting myself yesterday, I think. But here's the problem, man.
What's limiting? Because I'm no lie, there's like 3 left.
I ate,
and it's a pack of 20.
I ate like 6. I don't know what you mean 3 left. I think you're wrong.
Where'd the rest of them go?
Unless Sarah got the munchies last night and she was just like, I'm coming out here to smash all these things, because there was more than that when I went to sleep. I don't know. But listen, that's why we have to talk about hooping, because first of all, I guess we might as well introduce the show.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because we're talking about things now. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Kiona and Kasson podcast. Let's get. I just saw the way you looked at my eye. You fucked up my whole groove there.
Why? Because you knew I was going to
anyway,
say
let's get ready to podcast. You ain't going to get me to stop on that.
Oh, damn, you changed it. I thought I was going to try to put the.
That's for you, because you thought you can interrupt my shit.
No, I was going to put the beat under, like behind us, so you can like have something to like.
Nah, I don't want that.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, this is episode number 101. That's right. K&KP 101. Class is in session, bitch.
We finally made it to a
3 figures.
Well, I mean, we've been at 3 figures now for the second week.
Well, yeah, no shit.
So that's that. But I feel like.
So now we're officially in the 100s.
Yeah. Anyway, is it like season? Like, are we restarting, or was the restart already in episode 80?
Yeah. Whenever we came back, that was the restart. That's what I put in place as season 2. So
okay.
I am your host, Adam, here with my brother Osama. As you see, we ditched Dave after last week. We're like, I'm just, just joking. He's not here though, obviously. So that's why we have to talk about hooping, right? Because the reason why I went to White Castle in the first place yesterday, I didn't eat anything before we left to go and play.
You never.
But you know what? My stomach was already feeling nasty, so I just made sure I was hydrated and stretched.
You never like eat. It seems like we'll detail a car for 8 hours, and I'll be like, "Hey, Adam, did you eat before?" Nah.
You know what it is? The morning time is like, I want coffee, and that's about it. Like quiet. I don't I don't get hungry until probably like 10, 11 o'clock. Sometimes 12, maybe. Like it really depends.
That's insane to me. I need to eat and take at least 2 shits before noon.
I mean, listen, I'm also on the toilet, but it's just a food thing. I don't know.
No, I eat a lot of food, I think, actually. From what I understand, people tell me, like, you got to eat again. I'm like, I'm hungry. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, when you're hungry, you got to eat, you know?
Yes.
These microphones have a little bit of or at least this one, I don't know.
What?
There's like a little hesitation sometimes. I start talking, and then it'll start to pick me up.
Oh, like the frequency of it. Yeah, I think it's fine. That was what was happening to me last week, and that's why I was like, I don't know what's going on here. But
yeah, I don't know. We're still learning the new system.
We are. I want to touch the soundboard, but I don't know which is which because he switched everything up.
Okay, it's real easy, right? So where I have it right now, let me just show you. This is where the gunshots are. Okay, and then when you want to switch over to where the other applause and everything is, you just hit this arrow, and it changes the whole board.
You make it seem so easy.
That's because it is easy. Oh, you know what? I realized that I changed the effect of these buttons now. So, like, if I hit it multiple times, it just restarts the sound over and over again. I did that for the gunshots.
Gunshots, bombclats.
But it's very, very simple. You just hit an arrow, and then it changes the whole row of what's there.
Yo, we don't usually talk about it so early, but I don't like Giannis.
Phoenix lost yesterday, huh?
Yeah, and it's not even
crazy.
that. I just find myself not being a fan of Giannis Antetokounmpo. I do think, however, it's maybe one of the dopest things that him and his brothers all play in the league. That's 3 of them at the same time.
Yeah, that's definitely dope, man.
That's really dope.
The genes those kids have is ridiculous. Like y'all grew to be
It's
fucking
more like
giants.
it's not like jeans. It's more like mesh shorts.
Is that a dig at Giannis?
No, they play basketball. Nobody plays basketball in jeans.
Mesh shorts is you don't picture basketball shorts when you say mesh shorts. You know,
What do you call basketball shorts?
basketball shorts.
What the fuck are they made of? They're
I just call them basketball
They're
shorts.
like mesh.
Like what you have on right now, I would call that basketball shorts.
They're not.
But
I mean, they
so
technically
then they're just shorts.
they're like cloth. I'm talking about basketball shorts being something that's like you make them to be like sweat wicking. Like, okay, so the jerseys back in the day weren't anything like that. They were just uncomfortable as like it was like polyester. Like, why is this shit all wool inside? It's like the cheapest shit we can afford. We can find. The wool wouldn't be very cheap.
I would just like to know which individual was like, all right, we got to create these uniforms for basketball, but like, let's stop mid thigh with the shorts. Like, okay, you need your full range of motion. I mean, is that what the thought process was, or that guy was like, man, I just like to see man thigh?
I don't know how I feel about this new thing of shorter shorts.
No, I mean, just in the basketball world. Let's start there. Like, why were they made that way?
Why were they so short?
Yeah,
Mobility, I think.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. You need your full range of motion.
Also, things were like that. It was like in the 80s, it was like, what can I wear to make my dick print be as visible as possible?
Yeah, but like even before that, like I'm talking about when they were created, when the uniform of a basketball player was first invented, and they were like, all right, we're gonna make some shorts. They're gonna stop like just short of like dick head length.
What year did like the not the NBA but like the ABA start or whatever?
I think they were like in the 50s, late 50s,
Right,
maybe.
well, I could see things still being pretty nut huggy.
I mean, I guess I don't know, man.
I mean, listen, I don't know. I'm not here to judge. It just seems like that's what the style was. Like, all right, tonight in the 80s, a night in the 80s was probably something like this, right? You wake up from the last night's debauchery at like, I don't know, 4:30.
I already know what a night in the 80s is like. All right, I've watched the movie Harlem Nights enough.
I know you were there for 2 weeks. We understand. You lived in the 80s.
I told you, I learned through movies.
Yeah, but you were there for 2 weeks. Who knows? Anyway, so what I'm saying is this is how I would paint a
Could have
picture.
changed the whole course of my life if I was born in the 90s. You never know.
Think about it. 80s are disco. Right? Cocaine.
Right?
Androgyny.
Androgyny.
Right? You got Prince fucking walking around and shit.
And yeah, you got the battle of the top pop stars ever, Prince and Michael. You know. And
Yeah, it was a weird time. Then
this is gonna be just a weekly thing, but there's always some fucking dog bags in my pocket.
Hey,
Man, listen.
I don't
let me
dude,
tell you, this little
when-
bastard. I always bring a roll like that with me, right? But this morning I brought one bag, and he took 2 shits.
Oh man, Stacks.
I said, "You son of a bitch."
When Stacks was getting towards like the end, right before he passed, maybe the last, I'd say half a year, maybe a little bit more, he was a notorious double shitter.
I hate it. I'm like, yo, man, why do you do this?
Be like, yo, I only brought one bag.
It's always when I'm ill-equipped.
No, I even like I started to grab 2 bags because I was like, this motherfucker's gonna shit twice.
I always have,
And always at
and he
the
always
same
only
points.
shits once.
Oh no, Stacks would shit at the same point every time. I'd be like, oh, this is his shitting tree. Just stand here until he shits.
I really just believe that everything dogs do is to spite us. So
No, dogs are hilarious. Really funny, actually.
they are, but that's what I'm saying. Like they have a personality and they know what's up. They're like, I'm gonna fucking do everything to spite you.
I think I could run a dog rescue.
If I had like 10 acres of land, you know.
I think it would be cool to do that. Like you could find the outskirts of the city or whatever piece of land, 10 acres or so, and just kind of like.
I'm sure it gets to be a lot.
It does, but I think I would rather be able to take in a dog, and then show them enough love and care to like nurse them back to like I guess being a point where they're adoptable.
Got to hire enough people to like be able to interact with the dogs and play with them and like.
Well, I think you do it with a manageable amount, right? Maybe you.
What's manageable for one person?
I'm 1 to 2 people, right? You don't need to hire that. But let's say you got 2 people with you, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know. 5, 10 dogs is probably I think 5 dogs to 1 person probably.
Well, if you're talking about a rescue,
if
you're talking about dogs that need a little bit more attention. So that's why I would think like.
But I mean, like they also need interaction with other dogs.
Three dogs to a person.
Okay, so 9 dogs, right? But I think that's manageable. You don't cap it at 10. But you try to hold at least 5. I think that'd be pretty cool. I think you get to experience dogs and they're like really hilarious.
Dude, there's a million things I'd rather do than what I have to do every day. And running a dog, being able to play with dogs all day long is definitely on that list.
I think we could definitely we could definitely create something like that. I think if this podcast were to blow, there's a lot of things I would like to try to do. I saw that. So I watched the Basement Yard from time to time.
Right.
And I seen that they did something, the water project. You know how they do those water projects in like villages in Africa and things like that don't necessarily have clean running water.
Basically bringing water supply to them.
Yeah. And I was like, man, that sounds really dope. I would like to do something like that.
Yeah.
Also, I think it would be cool to have like a KNKP fucking dog rescue and just things like that would be underneath, like, because not everything we want to do is
to see that logo right there in the shirt everywhere.
Yeah, not that you want to see, not that like me and Adam like to do. We want things for ourselves as well, but like there's things we would like to do, and if we had enough money, we'd have done them already.
Word,
very charitable things. But
yeah,
also,
we got philanthropy in the blood.
We got hearts.
We just don't have the actual means to be philanthropists.
I got a heart and shit. Yo, I got a heart.
I think we should get the story about how our basketball went completely finished here.
Oh yeah. So Adam and I think the last few weeks I've been talking about how I found a court that we can go to, and it's one of the suburbs, and I guess not too many people realize yet that you can go in there and play because they were closed for so long.
So, like, is that place? Is it normally a place that's like busy, or is it like one of those diamond in the rough where not a lot of people are?
I've been there, and it's been a lot more people on the courts and running on the track above and whatnot. So, I think that people haven't found that out yet. So me and Adam went and hoop, and
first time back on the court in a few years.
Yeah. So
anyway.
we didn't play no 1-on-1s yet because like both of us aren't really in the mood to play that yet. We're trying to get our rhythm back and our just our
we played horse.
Step. We played horse. Yeah, we played about 3 games of horse, right?
Yeah.
Adam won the last one.
Yeah,
I won the first 2. We got the first 2 recorded. Patreon creamiest exclusive.
I just feel it just felt weird because like
you might cream.
So we've been playing obviously on the basketball court in my house, which is not really a court. It's just hung over the railing, and we play from the downstairs to the upstairs.
Also a creamy exclusive.
So that thing is like 14 feet high, and the ball is fucking as big as a softball. It's like nothing crazy. So when I got on the court yesterday, I'm like, all right. First of all, the rim seems a lot lower, and it gives me like a perception that I shouldn't have because I know better.
Wait a minute. Damn. Wait, hold on. Do it again. Oh my God.
No, you didn't change it yet. You have to see all the pad buttons color change.
All right, say it again.
What?
What was the last statement?
Oh, the rim looked just a lot lower and gave me perceptions that I shouldn't have.
Oh, it's low.
Yeah, there you go. That's why it's happening. All right, relax now.
Man, they're still laughing. Listen. I can't. I'm not even touching it anymore. They don't even know you.
Listen, I've been closer to that prospect than you've ever been, so I don't want to hear that shit.
Being laughed at? Yeah.
No, Duncan.
We all been laughed at from time to time.
Anyways, so
Hey, I will say I was surprised by both of our abilities to touch the rim still. That was nice.
Yeah.
That was nice. I don't like to try as hard as I used to anymore. Like, it's useless. Like, what am I going to do it for?
listen, I think I've told you this already, but you've told me in the beginning of the year, oh, we should be busting our ass year, and now you're like, oh, it's never gonna happen.
Things have been learned, okay?
Anyway,
realizations have been come to.
So there was the rim being much lower than here. So I was all right, cool. I gotta adjust to that, and then
we got to add much lower,
much lower, yes. And then
larger, much.
This first time I picked up a full size basketball in some time, and I was all right. So this is quite a bit heavier than that softball size ball that I use here.
It's time to buy a new one, by the way. Like that one has such a slow leak. Every week I have to pump it. Luckily, I have that the mobile pump.
Yeah,
it's the mobile.
Well, it's the evolution. So
Call
if
me on
anybody,
the mobile.
if any of the hoopers out here who listen have any like nice new basketball suggestions, maybe similar in the vein of evolution.
No, I'm going back to evolution.
I gotta think there's
probably
good basketballs out there.
There's probably a new evolution.
I think the price of that has dropped significantly since it first dropped.
Fuck it, fine. I think it was like $50 when I bought it.
Yeah, it's not bad.
And it's lasted since I bought that like in 2012. So, it's lasted.
Yeah.
Given there's been some dormant years.
Obviously, yeah.
Shit happens. So how do you? What do you grade yourself on your first?
Well, let me break down a little bit of analysis of myself.
How do you? Firstly, let me interview you about it. How do you feel? With your how does your breathing feel? How do you,
it wasn't bad, honestly.
How's the respiratory rate as you hoop?
Listen, as a cigarette smoker and somebody who has not been on a court in years, right? Not bad. Luckily, I will thank my dog for this. He's a pain in my fucking ass, and I hate every moment that he makes me run. But he makes me chase him around the house, and I have no choice. Otherwise, he's just gonna bitch at me.
Every time I come in, he seems to get this bolt of energy. Like, oh, somebody is gonna play with me right now.
So it's really helped my running and breathing to come along a little bit, I will say, and being able to shoot on this faux basketball hoop that I have hanging over the railing has been able to
pronounce that.
I think it's faux. I don't know. That's how I say it.
I say just fox. 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 Fox.
So I'll say that. There is, of course, usually, when you're getting back on the court, there's a little bit of a wall to break through at first, right? And then you kind of get your second wind and you start to tire a little bit less. I think I got to that first 20 minutes, whatever, We did a little bit of a suicide thing to warm up. And
for those who don't know, that's a running exercise.
Right. Because it feels like you're killing yourself running,
I mean, you have to run a few of them to feel that way. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, but I think that's why they call it that.
Speed.
That's my guess.
There was a time where me and Adam used to do these things and race as fast as possible to the end.
And on the outside in the concrete.
Dude, we would literally be like neck and neck.
We even brought Vivi out there with us to do that.
Yeah, she was a good sport with it too.
Yeah. All right, so continue along your line of questioning then.
So how does that shot feel?
It felt rusty at first. I put up a few more air balls than I'd like to admit, but I was again adapting to the size, weight, proportion that I have not been used to for a while. I'll say a few more of those little warm-ups type shoot-arounds that we did, and I'll be feeling better, but I honestly didn't feel too bad.
Okay. Third question. What would you say to those who would say that you lost 2 of 3 horse games that day, and that is a pretty good indication of you're terrible and I'm not?
I would say to those people, fuck you. It's not true. Right. It's a very poor conception of what happened.
All right.
Let me just also say this.
I didn't say it. I'm just saying there are people that did, and I was bringing it up.
Listen. All right. So after we finished our horse games, we moved to shooting drills, right?
This is a hilarious. After we were done horsing around.
So we did a thing where we'll each shoot from the same spot 10 times, and whoever makes the most gets to choose the next spot. Correct?
Yeah. So it was basically a game. It was a way for us to get shots up in a repetitive manner in a specific spot
spot up shooting
and make it competitive, right?
Yeah.
So Adams kind of set it up like a jackass. Firstly, I would shoot, right? 10 shots. If you were able to match those or beat them, you would be able to choose. If you lost, I would keep going, right? We'd end up in ties. We'd have a tiebreaker or what have you.
Yeah.
But that's how a better way to
Okay,
describe
well, whatever.
it.
What I'm getting to is now
What
this
are
guy.
you getting to?
This guy, I don't know what kind of
English
crack he was
people
on.
got the funniest accents. I don't care what nobody says. I watch these guys from Top Gear all the time. I don't know if what they're doing is funny or what they're saying is funnier. Like, it's just a lot funny. It's a lot of funny shit happening at once, and it's overwhelming.
It's just because they're English and they're different than us.
You
But
sound like
they're
you're from
similar.
London, mate.
It's like they're different, but they're similar. Because they speak a similar language, but it's not the same.
It's same, but not.
It's not the. It's like the exact inverse of this one.
It's the bloody inverse of what you got here.
So look, I don't know. Like Sam must have had this spinach yesterday, or some shit. Like he was feeling strong, so he started pulling these lines further and further back. Right, every time we got
So
his
we started
choice.
where? We started probably what at the 3-point line? or
No,
at
I
the
think
free
we
throw?
did. We did like 14 footers from the side, whatever.
okay.
Yeah, and then so we went to the free throw.
That's
and
what
then,
got me going. I was hitting them pretty nice.
So he pulled us back all the way, long story short, to the fucking half court line. And I don't know if you guys have ever taken 10 straight jump shots from the half court line, but it's very energy consuming. It's like
I hit 4. Adam must have hit, I think, 3 or 2. I know you hit.
Yeah.
I think you hit your first 2. I know I hit 4 for sure. For sure. I think we shot from there twice. Or we shot from there once, and we shot from the logo, right in front of it from like 3-4 times. That was fun.
And it was a lot of shooting, man.
We shot a lot actually yesterday.
But that's what I really wanted to accomplish yesterday, right? Because like I know I'm not going to be in
Get them
basketball
reps
shape.
up, baby.
I'm not in basketball shape. Like to run a full court will kill me right now.
Look, I
I'll
want
probably
you-
fucking faint.
I want you to get into the best shape possible, so when we play, I can whoop your ass in the best shape you.
Listen, man, I just want to let you know. I know that you feel mighty, but you about to get dropped. It ain't gonna happen. All right.
I'm sorry, dude, but it is.
Listen.
We'll record them.
Oh, we're going to record them for sure. There is some recording from yesterday, so you can see that like it wasn't only me who fucking would shoot air balls.
Yeah, I know. I'll shoot air balls too if I'm doing stupid shit. But I mean, I didn't say I didn't shoot.
Nah, I know.
I mean,
I'm
air
saying,
balls.
but you feeling high and mighty, so I just want to let you know that nah.
The worst one I tried to shoot was from the 3-point line of the other one. That was
The worst one you shot was the first 10 before we started doing that game because so we were shooting at first and like just kind of picking our spot initially and then we turned it into more of a game. But we both had one of those runs where we just couldn't hit the shit.
Again, I've been telling you guys that there's nothing. Me and Adam both are gonna be rusty as fuck. There might be even a point where we look at each other like we can't even post or talk about this. We should delete.
I think we owe it to them regardless. No matter how terrible we look.
Listen, if you are a part of the creamy crop,
The creamy cop is not the name of the tier.
do not look.
Although it is a creamy cop for you guys in a way,
Yeah, if you cop it, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
But anyway, if you happen to be a member,
Otherwise, you're gonna be you ain't getting these one-on-ones anyway, and
you're not getting these one-on-ones for free. There's just
I don't
no
want
way.
to. I don't want to talk about this to just boost the Patreon. My idea in talking about this is it's very entertaining to me when me and him get into a face-off like that.
Oh,
So-
we've been doing this for our whole. Me and Adam have played one-on-one. Probably it matches the amount of days we've lived in our lives, and we haven't played ball in so many years.
Yeah.
Like we've played so many one-on-ones. Like I can't.
Oh, we literally just only hooped.
We've only played ball.
There was a
really.
point where
I mean,
that's all we
we've
did.
played other sports, but like me and Adam played ball inside, out. We had a basketball hoop in the backyard.
Yeah.
Right. And I think we've talked about it before. There was probably I think just the reason why my mid range is so good is
My
because
dog is snapping down there.
the reason why I think our mid ranges are so decent is because we didn't have a large section. It was probably I'd say 10 by like 18.
It was a good little area. It's kind of like a patio in a way, right? Like it's just a cement thing before the grass hit
but
in the backyard.
like, where you put you had a couple of things in the way. There was a stairway.
It was an older
an
Chicago
AC.
house, right? Yeah. So,
So
the
I
stairway
think
into
I would
the basement.
say 10 by 18 you had some sort of pad like that. But the backyard was large enough where you can shoot from far away.
Yeah,
right?
like one of our normal favorite shots was there was a walkway that led all the way to the garage in the back, and we would go to that little corner and shoot from there. And
that was you couldn't beat us in our backyard, which is I think anybody's. That's the coolest thing, right? Like
home court. Is the
yeah,
thing,
yeah.
You know?
You guys want to play horse? I'm gonna fuck y'all.
Especially
up.
when you're talking
Watch
about
this-
backyard
Watch
basketball
this
hoops.
quadruple backflip behind the backboard, hitting the. Oh, we would be like, okay, this shot would hit the wires and drop in. Remember that shit?
Yeah, we would shoot from behind the rim and have to hit the wires and drop it in.
Yeah, because there were some wires that would be right over the rim.
It was probably not the safest thing for us to do.
I mean, either way, we were able to do it. Like, you would just tap them and it would just drop in. It was the fucking shit.
For sure. But that's the case. Like the home court advantage thing is specifically the case when you're talking backyard basketball hoops, because everybody's buying up a different hoop. You kind of learn how the rim and how the backboard work a little bit. Like they're different.
And then at one point, there was such a bad storm that ours had been blown over and fell on the front.
It happened a couple times after actually.
Yeah, so not only was it like you had to know the rim wasn't even a real like oval.
It became oval.
Yeah, it was like it was weird. It was like this like really flat front.
Yeah.
But like if but it wasn't flat to the point where you couldn't like shoot.
Right. Yeah, it just made it kind of a little bit more of a challenge, which is what was better, honestly.
Probably so.
But then, like for those of you who are unfamiliar with those kind of hoops, you need to either put sand or water on the back to keep the.
We only had cinder blocks.
Yeah, we had
the whole
cinder blocks
time.
on it.
Never once did we fill it with sand. Never once did we put water in it.
Yeah, but then Sam got the chain net on it, so there was that little. We got accustomed to that sound, and yeah, man, it just
I remember when I bought that chain net. A chain net. I think I bought it the day I went to watch South Park Uncut. Yo, so what's funny is that I remember watching that movie the summer after 8th grade. I was like 13. Okay. That was a fucking hilarious. This is a time where people weren't pansy asses.
Where
right?
Not everything was a big fucking deal.
Like, don't be so stupid. Like, it's like literally, if you're smart enough, if you raise somebody smart enough, they can tell the difference, and they can go watch things like this. I remember watching like some of the fucking. There were some movies. Me and Vivi were talking about it yesterday. We were watching what's that Tom Hardy movie where he plays a dude where he's a twin?
I don't know.
He's England. They're like gangsters in England, right? They're twins. One's crazy, one's not. I forget the name of it. Pretty good. Somebody's gonna know the name of it while listening. But it was a pretty good movie. But we were looking through, and I was like, "Oh, Terminator 2, you want to watch it?" She was like, "No." I was like, "You know what? I remember watching that movie like in '93. Like I was like 8 years old watching this motherfucker pop caps and a whole bunch of people's asses and shit, chopping people's arms off. Like a dude literally cut the skin off his arm and revealed a machine underneath. And I was just like, "Oh, that's normal."
This is just speaks to like how soft today's generation is, man. We grew up with and those were some of the things we loved the most, like that extra violent fucking nonsense.
But no, okay. Where are we at? South Park, ball chain net, basketball hoop.
Yes.
Yeah. See how you get back to that? Bang.
Yeah. Good job. So, anybody, honestly, let us hear your stories. If you want to drop a little short like paragraph in the comments, like what did you grow up playing ball on? Like, did you grow up playing ball? What was sport?
Have you ever played on a crate? Was that something you started? Because that's something we did. I remember vividly. Playing on a crate in an alley. Like, that was.
And then being thankful when people moved to the corner house that were able to put a court in the back, and we were able to play with them.
The crate was before the back.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But or even like the Fisher Price basketball hoop when you were younger. Like, I don't know,
having these over the door ones.
What's your sport? Like, what did you grow up playing? And we grew up playing every sport, everything. Basketball, baseball, football.
Yeah.
Whatever the sport you want to call it, where you run through a patch of grass and you try to get to the other side before they tackle you really hard.
Yeah, a dangerous variation of football.
We'll just leave it at that. There's a whole bunch of names for it.
The amount of people who've been hurt relatively significantly on our neighborhood growing up was
there's many times where
Dave was the recipient of one of those.
Like you could just like literally have fucking died. You're like, oh man, there was a way. We used to There was we may have spoken about this on the podcast. Listen,
I'm sure we did.
We're 100 episodes in, so some things may be repeated. But we used to play cops and robbers. Do you remember? And so across the street from our house, there was a house like just one across and one over, right? So across and one over. And that was Alex's porch. This was larger.
Yeah.
That was home base.
Yeah.
But we used the whole block, and it was back in the day where the whole block knew the kids, knew the parents, and everybody kind of knew each other.
And we, as the kids, ran the neighborhood. Like,
yeah. And you may say, when was this? This was a time, man. It was like mid '90s. This was a specific mid
to late '90s.
Mid to late '90s. And it's gone now, obviously. I think internet really fucked all
Dude,
that
there would
up.
be times where the parents would get involved and play cops and robbers with us.
I mean,
you know?
like,
we would literally hop in people's fences in the backyard.
When you lived in a neighborhood, Chicago used to have neighborhoods like that,
Yeah.
and it just doesn't seem to have it anymore.
Nah, that community is gone. I think.
She's gone, man.
Hey Ben, stop scratching the door, bro.
There was like George's house, right? George had a coach house in the back.
Yeah.
You could run up his porch, not go in, but you'd run past to the end, and if you
Climb over.
if you jumped over, there was his railing, and then another fence, and then into another backyard. It had to be like an 8-9 foot drop, but
Yeah. But they had like one of those like 4-foot chain links underneath that, so you can use that to brace yourself.
Oh, I would literally just remember just like fucking hopping that shit. Like,
We would literally
you would
just
get
be
to the
all
point
over
where
the
you were
neighborhood.
like the neighborhood athletes, right? Like you were just like, oh, I can fucking do this.
Shit became real cops and robbers. Like at one point, like if people are close and you're not in a hiding place that's significant yet, or people like it's kind of been blown up, then you're like behind cars looking through windows trying to see if people are coming in, and you're fucking.
Those were the times like a motherfucker.
Yeah, man.
Like I remember just going like I'm not. You would be playing the game for like 45 minutes, not even knowing. You just be sitting at one spot, like nobody found you, and then
Yeah.
you start to think like, did they just stop playing and just stop fucking, like, why didn't they tell me? And I'm over here just sitting on a van like for an hour, just like clapping my fucking heels together. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, man, it was certainly a different time that you can't really recapture today, unfortunately. And I'm sure that there are probably neighborhoods that there's got to be. I mean, fucking America's still huge, and I don't know how it works. In
No,
other
there are
countries.
for sure neighborhoods, but like in the city, it's not really a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there are small little pockets where there are maybe neighborhoods where parents and owners of the houses have kind of created a safe place for the kids to grow. But like,
I think it was a perfect storm for us. Like, first of all, a lot of the people who lived there, they were generational. You know, they've been there a couple generations now, and then there just happened to be fucking 1,000 kids within a 5-year age range.
Yeah,
you know?
that was the biggest. So many kids on that block, and they all like you said, were within a certain age range where, I mean, it was we all hung out, we had enough where we could play sports. There's pools there, and the parents again were cool enough and kind enough to allow kids to go in them. And I don't know that there's a time where you can do that right now. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm sure it is, but it's more like, hey, let's create a play date, and you just come over here with your child. And
Yo,
we play together.
if I had a kid, I'd be like, yo, I don't want your kid to have a play date with my kid.
If my kid wanted to have a play date, I'd be like, I don't want you anymore.
It's not really how that goes.
I know it's not technically.
Dude, there seems like so many inconvenient things. Like being a parent doesn't seem like it's terrible. Like there seems like there's some cool things, but like some of the things that come, I think my least favorite.
I feel like the uncool things outrule the cool things.
My least favorite thing would probably be coming in the form of the other parents and the commitments that might have to take place. Like I don't want to. So your kid hangs out with my kid, right? Now I gotta hang out with you. Who the fuck are you? Hey, dude, you want to go smoke? No. You want to have a beer? No.
Listen,
Dude, is your kid cool? Fuck you. Like
to quote, the great DMX, I don't like to involve women and children. So I try to keep those things completely separate. Like
but
kids
those
completely
go like
completely separate.
hand in hand, essentially.
Yeah, no, they can.
Stomach and uterus.
They can go hand in hand.
Is that the word?
My main goal in life is to keep those two things separate.
Thank
yeah,
you.
no problem.
I don't know what the fuck I was talking about.
I don't know either. But yeah, no, I like those things to be separated.
This is
I like the women, not the children.
Cried a river and drowned the whole world. Why'd this bitch cry a river and drown the whole world?
Apparently, she looked very sad in photographs.
Yo, you know how fucking much you'd have to cry to drown the whole world, and then to keep crying once you see everybody drowning.
Like, wait, but if she drowned the whole world, then she had to go too. So who the hell is keeping account of this story?
Who knows? Maybe she's on a mountaintop
This is
just
all a bunch of
crying
bullshit.
away.
I call bullshit on all of this.
And there's just a tide of salty tears just fucking flying through a neighborhood, destroying people's lives.
There's no way that anybody kept account of
deteriorating
this.
metal cars.
Who recounted the
Bitch,
story? Was this in the Bible?
My 70s Galaxy is all steel. You finna fucking make that whole shit rusty.
Was this one of those fables in the Bible where they're like,
Okay, can
she
we?
crowned
There's
God
a
of River
lot.
and-
So I've never read the Bible. I've never read the Quran. I've never read any religious text.
I read excerpts from them due to religious classes.
So there's some stories in them, right?
Yeah, and I think they always say they're like what the fuck? What was the name of Royce's last album? The Allegory. They always say that they're allegories, and I'm like,
What's an allegory again?
it's basically just like a fake story that's meant to tell a moral, I guess.
So are these stories that are they meant to deceive?
They're meant to like, oh, this is what I have gained. Like if you did a book report on them, you know what I mean? Like, what have you learned from this story? Who are the characters? What was the significant plot of the story? I think like those are the things you're supposed to get.
Okay, that's cool.
I don't know, man. I don't know any of this shit either.
But that's kind of okay. So I guess we can't. I don't know any stories from. The only stories I know are like the Noah story.
I know the stories. I don't know them because I read them. I just know them because it's like who doesn't know them at this point type of thing, you know, like the David and Goliaths.
I know the
Adam and Eve's.
Well, yeah, but I know the Noah story, right? Like that's got to be like that's a task. That's like asking a lot. Hey, guy, I know you don't build boats.
Hey, listen, I know you have no background in carpentry at all, but
So listen, here's the thing, right? I'm gonna flood the world.
you're like, listen, man, I've been really upset.
Noah, like
I'm really upset at you guys right now, so I'm gonna fuck things up. But before I do, I want you to make sure a couple things survive.
like, hey, God, that's all cool and all, and kind of fucked up.
Like, by the way, you have to buy the wood yourself.
I don't know why you're telling me this. Oh, well, I'm fortunate. Oh, yeah. And I know that right now the wood
giving you any
prices are
supply.
really high right now.
Lumber is through the roof, but
God, I don't know how much I can build this boat. I got like $14.50 right now in my bank account.
screws and nails have not been invented yet, so you got to use ties and
That's another thing. Like, there's no glue. Like, what do you?
you don't have a drill, you don't have a fucking screwdriver.
How do you bend the wood? Like, I don't like. This must have been the worst boat. It's just like an A-frame house upside down on its.
Yeah, I think like
literally on its roof.
what was that? What was that one Steve Carell movie they did? Noah, right, or some shit like that. Like when he built the ark.
Yeah, but I forget what they called it.
Yeah, it's not that.
Evan Almighty.
Evan Almighty, right?
Yeah.
So the way that they portrayed that boat being made was a lot more fancy than I can imagine they would have been able to accomplish back then.
Dude, that's a large scale.
You didn't even have lumber then, did you? Like,
How did you build up? Like, I didn't even see a ladder. Like, there's no way a man can build these boats.
I don't mean to offend the religious people out there, you know.
No, we're just
but
thinking.
I just am confused about how things
disconnect
work.
the story from anything. It's not plausible.
It's not. You don't have the equipment necessary to haul 2 of every animal. 2?
Dude, how are you gonna get?
You get 2 elephants.
Right, that's exactly what I was gonna say. You make 2 elephants get on your boat. You tell me they're not gonna just run through it.
Is there like a big shiny light that God was like, come on?
Can we also
Follow
speak
this.
about the fact that some just don't coexist?
That's true too. Did he have to build separate stalls for everything?
All right, let's say like you put a hyena and a fucking lion. Right, there's no way
The Lion King showed us that doesn't work.
that's not happening.
Even 2 lions from different packs. Like, how do you know if he got them from both the same pack?
Right, like what are you just gonna put 2 fucking like gorilla? You gonna put?
And are you supposed to take? Did he have to take 1 of each male and 1 female?
Yeah, because I'm sure that otherwise, what happened?
Otherwise, what's the point, right? Because there's no reason.
What if Noah got on the boat and they're like, so, we're gonna have to start making a mate. He's like, mate. Yeah, like, like, yeah, we need that. We have to we've got to we have to like start recreating these animals. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, man. I feel like if I was Noah in that situation, I'd be like, dude, I'm fucking out of here.
No, I'm not doing
like,
that.
find somebody else.
Dude, I don't know about you, but like, I'm not gonna. I hate to say it, but I might be the first one to be like, God, listen, I know you need this done, but I don't think I'm the guy for it right now.
I'm gonna look at him and be like, listen, God, damn it, just damn it all. I'm not doing any of this.
There's no way I'm building an ark.
No.
Also, if I'm Moses, hey guys, lead yourselves.
I would do it. I would do it only because I was able to part the sea. You know.
Listen, firstly, that didn't happen.
I don't think so either.
Nobody is Aquaman.
Aquaman is not real.
There's no way that happened. What I've learned is that there is an actual spot in the Dead Sea that, at a specific point in the year, is dry enough where you can almost walk past it.
You don't say.
It was the Dead Sea.
I didn't know that.
Crossed, right?
I believe so.
Yes.
Or the Red Sea.
One of those seas.
I don't know. I'm not.
Hey,
historically
I'm not
accurate.
gonna say I know. I just know that they say that he parted it. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's Lake Michigan.
Also,
if Moses parted Lake Michigan, it's still not gonna happen.
I don't mean to shit on everybody's theories here because I'm gonna call them theories because they're not provable. But like, there's just certain things that no, like okay, Jesus was born to a virgin mother.
Listen, no.
That has not happened since.
I'm not gonna go.
I'm just saying maybe she wasn't a virgin. That's all I'm saying. I wasn't saying that any of that is not
I've
real.
questioned all of this. I don't know. Okay, so I don't want to go into those. That's a little too deep into it.
All right.
I like the outside stories, right? The ones that are really like, okay, so why'd you even put that one together? What was the point of this one? Like Moses. Okay, maybe he needed. Who did he lead? The not the electrolytes.
The Israelites?
There we go. I'm sorry. So he led the Israelites, right?
Which I ask you, who were they? Because Israel didn't exist then.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm confused.
So anyway, so he leads them to this dead end, right? So first and foremost, he's a terrible, terrible navigator.
It was like when Michael Scott was following the GPS and he made a right.
It tells me to go here. It's
right into the water.
Right. They're right. He's like, don't yell at me.
So now you're facing the water.
Also, he could have gotten that basket out the back. I don't know why the fuck. They were making it seem like they were in the Pacific Ocean and they had fallen out of the fucking boat randomly.
They were like 3 feet into the water. They haven't gotten that far.
No, so like, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of these theories.
There's things about it that are questionable to me.
Yeah, we don't have to keep going. I'm just saying.
I mean, hey, love and believe what you like.
Of course,
I ain't judging anybody.
Question things.
Yeah. I mean, that's the idea.
Like to question people. Like so.
I don't think God was like, here, I'm going to put this book here and it's going to answer all your questions. I don't think that was the intention there.
He gave you free thinking and free will and everything. He wanted you to be like, all right, maybe God put a few false stories in there and he was like, all right, I want to see who's smart enough to be like, this doesn't make any sense.
Caught on. Like, it goes against everything you've learned in science.
Damn it, those KKP guys, they're sharp.
I'm about to get electrocuted. All right, sorry.
Meanwhile, we're talking about a body of water, right? Mm-hmm. And they're seeing, I guess, they're starting cruises again, and that's cool.
The only cruise I'm really interested in at this point is, I think we talked about this, Alaskan cruise.
So listen, cruises are fun. So me and Adam, I think probably it's getting more likely we might end up taking that vacation together, right?
Yeah, I just got to get my passport.
Because my birthday's coming and Vivi can't take any more trips. Not because... No. Okay, so Adam...
You are now on lockdown,
Firstly, woman. Adam can vouch. I am probably the opposite of a door that is locked. She can walk through the door to go to vacation anytime she wants.
Yeah, that's 100% true.
You know,
she has a million times.
I don't mind it, but right now Vivi has to focus on other things.
Got other things to do.
Right. So I told her she can't take any more trips until those other things are done. Right? Like not in a controlling way. I'm just like, dude, you gotta prioritize. So now I have a birthday coming up in September, and I'm like, yo, I really wouldn't mind getting on a beach again, right? Like, sounds like a
man,
fucking
you gonna
good
be
time.
old as hell.
Sounds like a good time, right? So It looks like Adam, if he can get his fucking passport together, we might take a trip. But
I'm waiting on Vivi to send me the info.
We're gonna have to really figure out where, because in September it's like hurricane season.
Listen, man.
You know, do you want to go to like?
There are plenty of places that are outside
Italy?
of that.
I mean, we can go to Italy.
You should go to like Greenland or Iceland.
Oh, dude, you don't get. I want to go. There's a page I follow on Instagram called. I would show you, but my phone is at home.
There's mad places I want to go that I have yet to be.
Oh,
and you know,
I kind of want to be on a beach though.
I mean,
like a tropical beach.
Fool, who the?
Oh, what are we?
Who are you telling? That's what I've been telling you from the start. I want to go on a 5-day all-inclusive resort, beach package, sit on the beach, get drunk.
Dick, I just said that it's hurricane season. So
I thought hurricane season was over.
I thought hurricane season was over. But the thing is, it's
when something magical
season.
like that happens.
So maybe we can see about like a Costa Rica.
But I don't think Costa Rica has all-inclusive places.
So
I want to go.
Yeah, but either way, I think we're gonna end up taking a vacation.
I read something that said Costa Rica has like 60% of the world's tropical birds, and I was like, "Yo,
toucan salmon."
I want to go see toucan salmon. That's literally one of the main reasons I want to go is to see a fucking toucan in real life. I was like, the fact that these things exist is amazing, and I need to go and see one.
Big ass fucking beak.
I feel like I'll probably die happy afterwards. You know,
after seeing a toucan.
Yeah, like this is just part of what I wanted to do.
Really low aspirations.
I mean, not really, because I live in a country where they don't exist.
I saw pelicans, and that was cool.
I saw peacocks walking around the street in Texas. Because there's actually just random fucking
peacock,
loose ass peacocks just running around. And mind you, peacock is the funniest word of all time.
I was just gonna say, what do you got, a cock that's pea size? That's fucked up.
Yeah.
But no, okay. So I brought up the vacation because for me, I don't know that I can get on so I've been on a cruise. I enjoyed it.
Bitch won't shut up.
I've been on a cruise and I enjoyed it. I thought that was fun. We went.
Yeah.
I broke my foot. Right. That's the only thing. Everybody knows the story.
Yes.
If not, maybe I'll tell a little. Maybe we'll do something like that.
Everybody, they've heard it.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe we can like
first day stepped on sand dune.
Maybe we can do a little bit of a eat true Hollywood or something like that. Anyway, so it's fun. I think the first day we landed in Freeport, that was fun.
Yeah,
Freeport was cool. We enjoyed it. It was nice, hot. It's Bahamas. Then next day. The cool thing about it is you wake up, like you go to sleep and you wake up usually at port, right? So I woke up every day
nice.
and I would go to the. I have the videos on my computer. I wake up, go to the top of the deck, fucking, and record like just
get some reps up, you know.
No, they didn't have any.
You got to go on Princess or Carnival.
No, some of them do, some of them don't. The one I went on was like one of their first ships, and it was nice, but it didn't have all the crazy amenities. Now, like Royal Caribbean got like stadiums and shit in there.
Pretty fucking nuts.
It's really kind of crazy.
Kind of cool.
But and then the last day is what they call the fun day at sea. So literally, that was my favorite day. Although we were able to, I drove a scooter throughout Nassau all day, fucking the day before.
Yeah.
I broke my foot at Freeport.
So what was the idea of just like you guys?
And I rode a jet ski in the ocean and jets. I did a lot of fun stuff.
So was the idea just basically like a big ass yacht style party the last day?
Essentially, so you're on the boat. There's a fucking 1,000 fucking places to eat in the boat. There's pools, and depending on what ones you go, which cruise ship you go on, they got mad pools, right? So, like the one I
gotta get on one.
The one I went on didn't have a large. They didn't have multiple pools. They had a section where they had a big pool. They had a hot tub or two of them, and then they did have a section in the back called I don't even remember what the fuck it's called, but it was for 21 and older, right? Word. So like you can go back there, no kids can be in there because these motherfucking kids be in these goddamn pools, man. I hate kids in pools.
Yeah, kids
if I get a
pee
pool,
in there,
Yo, word to the wise, fucking
kinda
kids.
hit me on my...
can't no kid come to my pool if I get one. Period.
Kind of hit me on.
Anyway, yeah, this one Anyway, so and the fun day at sea is cool, right? Like you literally just because they charge to your room, so you just You give
That's dangerous as hell.
Yeah.
Like, put it on my room.
So
I'm gonna just jump out this boat and swim to the shore anyway when we done.
Me and Vivi were in that pool, and as always, making friends in the pool, right, having fun. Like, met this couple from like Atlanta, I think, or Alabama, and they were
One of the A states.
yeah, they were truckers,
A
a really
cities.
cool couple and shit. So we were just politicking with them the whole time, drinking like nonstop the whole day, real fun.
Yeah.
You're in the middle of the ocean. You know, I was able to light up in the middle of the ocean at like 2 a.m. once. That was fun too.
Sounds
That
like
was
a fun
kinda cool.
time.
That was cool. But you know, and that was like 2012. I just don't know that I'd go now because every time I hear about a cruise ship during COVID, it's somebody contracted
And with
COVID.
this fucking Delta thing surging or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to be out there like that. Nah. Is it, where are we at right now? 48 minutes.
Yeah.
Break
for a
time?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, we'll be right back.
Peace.
All right.
We are back.
Something like that.
Well, you are
Back like we never left because-
now in tune with the KNKP podcast. It's Adam to the left of me. He sucks at basketball. I am Osama, not to be confused with any other Osamas. That being said, thank you for tuning in on this here beautiful Sunday. You'll catch it on a Tuesday. Thank you very much. Well, thanks for that.
Yeah, somebody was going to give you an applause because it wasn't going to be me for that. Whatever the hell
You kind of
that
did.
was.
You pressed it. So.
Yeah, no, but like it wasn't me like clapping physically.
Alarm. I mean, not the alarm.
Oh, yeah. Then put the timer back on.
Time this.
Timed it. All right, let's see here. All right, now let me pick up. I can kind of see that if I look to the side. So.
I can see it.
There you go. All right. So, I don't remember specifically what we left off talking about. I think we closed whatever topic we were on.
Yeah, we can go on.
So, you brought it up earlier. We did a real half-assed job of analyzing anything. So, playoffs. There's
I didn't bring up the playoffs. I brought up the fact that I didn't like Giannis.
You said we usually bring this up later, but
I know.
Anyway, there is one, maybe 2 games left.
Yep. As of today, Sunday.
The analysis that we gave last week, specifically me and Dave, was a bit off apparently.
Yeah, and mine as well. Though it could end in 6, just not the way I said it.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely going a different way than I anticipated. I didn't think that the Giannis-led Bucks were really going to stand a chance, to be honest.
Yeah, they came back. They won 3 games straight, so you got to give them some credit. But I'm not a Giannis fan, man. Just not. I don't know why.
I mean, whatever. That's neither here nor there.
I don't know why. Not that. I think he's a great player. It's just something about him I don't care for.
I see.
Maybe it's that he plays for Milwaukee.
Yeah, I mean, Milwaukee is,
That's exactly what I would call Milwaukee.
Oftentimes, when you're from Chicago, every surrounding city that is considered a big city to any degree is,
Yeah, I'd never go to.
Yeah, no.
Fucking.
Don't call the shit poop either,
Called the shit poop.
All right, so Chris Paul, I think, had a little bit better of a game yesterday than he had the 5 turnover one, game 3 or game 4, right? So where do we see things ending here now? Are you looking at Milwaukee to close things out?
I'm seeing a game 7 ahead of in our future or for their future.
Yeah, I gotta assume that Phoenix is going to respond and not allow them to come back 4 games straight. But as we have seen from prior weeks, my analysis about this is completely off. So I want to say that you're probably right. There will be a game 7.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to try to predict who's going to win now.
I would hate to see the Suns literally get swept 4 games straight, like after winning 2. Something's got to give. I want to see Chris Paul win. I don't know.
I mean,
So
Milwaukee took a game on the road, so we now have a series, people.
Yeah, because they're going back to Milwaukee now, and man, that's a problem. I don't know.
It could be a problem. But again, we're talking about a team where Chris Paul is the veteran leadership. The coach is outstanding. And if any team has a chance to really kind of reel things in here, it's probably them this season. So
and if and the score was close, man. Yesterday it was
it was like a 4-point.
4-point margin. It was not negligible, but it was very little in the grand scheme of things, and could have went either way. I think there's Devin Booker got the ball stripped from him, and they took it on a fast break alley-oop.
Something like that, yep.
Yeah. Hey, man, listen.
And he had, I think, like 40 points yesterday.
End of the day, I don't know who's going to win at this point. I think it's still a toss-up, but I think you might see Giannis actually get his first championship.
It's a good finals, I'll say that.
It's cool. I
the
think
games have been good. They've been close. They've been competitive.
It's not the same old shit where you see either Steph or your LeBrons in the finals, and
it did kind of look like it was going to be a sweep to me early on. I mean, I've been saying Phoenix since the beginning of the playoffs. Pretty much, they've been killing it. So it definitely took a turn that I didn't expect. But
yeah, I think there was a mental switch where something happened with the Suns and they became maybe lackadaisical. And
whatever that means,
they became relaxed. I was like, relax? No, lackadaisical.
So they laxed for a day or two?
Yeah, they laxed for a day or two. Like, all right. So should I come back in like 3 days?
And kind of that's what they did, right? They fell asleep for and not that they did, because they've been good games again. But
no, it's just a matter of, I think you get complacent a little bit about where your position is in this specific series, and the Bucks had the fire under their ass essentially for
they had their must win.
Right, everybody kind of was talking like, hey, listen, if you don't win, it's probably a done deal.
I'll say this: Giannis is doing a good job of firing back at the people who say he doesn't rise to the occasion, and he chokes it in the playoffs and da 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 da. Regardless what the outcome of this series is, he's done a phenomenal job. He just came off like a hyperextension of his knee. Like, that's not fucking easy to play through.
I got to give him credit for coming back from that. That's pretty crazy to be able to do
and not miss a step. He's been still athletic as he's been and just really dominant. So it's been a Giannis finals. I will say that.
Agreed. And I mean, as much as I don't like him, I can agree that he's performing pretty damn well.
Yeah. Especially considering, just some of the criticism he's taken early. Well, not early, I guess, but like the last few years.
I mean, it's been rightfully so, though. If you can't seem to, you get deemed MVP twice, right?
Yeah, but this was his second year, I think, wasn't it?
No, Jokic won.
Oh, right. So he had.
So I think he had two prior, something like that. Either way, and you haven't performed. You haven't presented, a championship after being, crowned MVP for 2 seasons straight or however it worked out. But either way, I know he did receive 2. So it's just weird. I don't know. I think he might actually get his championship now. And I mean, does that validate his career? Probably so. And, I mean, it's the inevitable. I think he will win, but I don't know. I was hoping it wouldn't be this year.
Yeah, it didn't look like it. I'll say that. So, well, I guess we'll see what happens. And I don't know when the next game is, but it's obviously not today. Last week when we were recording, it was the same day later on in the afternoon.
Yes, no, there was a game yesterday. So
either Monday or Tuesday. We might actually have this out before the next game is played. So that'd be
cool. I think, and then I don't know exactly where if you're going to continue listening to this section at that point. We hope you do.
Yeah, I mean, from what I can tell in the analytics, there's a very small handful of people who listen all the way through. So we appreciate
what
y'all.
Are you doing? Just clicking on this accidentally? What's going on here?
Hey, man, we're still having a hard time figuring out Google or YouTube's.
Yeah, YouTube seems to be on some bullshit. They're like, all right, here's 150 views. Wait.
Actually, it was 112 views with 7 likes. You saw that
today, right? Like the views went down like 25 out of nowhere.
I don't know, man. It's weird.
I was like, what the fuck? And I mean, it's not that you get like.
Oh, that was the wrong one.
It might be nightmares, actually. But no, it's not like you get like held
I feel like YouTube did that to us.
The numbers aren't necessarily, obviously, the only indicator. But it's like if you go to look at the progression of the video and to see where it might have ended up after a day or two, and you go and you saw at one point it was like 100 and I don't know, let's say 50 views, and then out of nowhere it just drops and your likes drop, and it's just a weird situation with YouTube. I don't know exactly why it's behaving the way it has.
Well, even when you go into like the analytics part, it doesn't really give you more of like
It's like, yo, is this why we
explanation.
haven't grown as large as we should have in the last 2-3 years?
You hiding us over there, YouTube?
YouTube is on that bullshit.
They are. Damn it! Now my phone is being used for a timer. I can't look and look at the things that I wanted to talk about this week.
Well, you can hold on to it.
Yeah, I mean that's true too. I don't know. There was some things I suppose that took place. I just I can't remember a whole lot of them. Oh, at work I did encounter somebody's file with the last name of our likeness. You know.
I meant to respond to that. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, but
I also seen on one of our cousins' Snapchats that our other cousin. I can't say it in the words I want to say. So maybe if I talk with this southern draw, it seems like I can do it. Like, you know what I mean?
I don't think there's a southern draw. I think it's just like
I sound like Bono.
I don't think so.
That's not how Bono sounds.
No. All right. So listen, here's one of the things. I was reading through this.
That's not a good impression of.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, you don't see anything I can use that for. Like, you can't just. All right, that's a good impression of that. You didn't mean to, but we can just put it there, and it would be a good impression of that.
Just listen back when this episode is published, and then you can give yourself that analysis if you like.
All right, fine.
So I was reading through this, like I guess it was a BuzzFeed article, and it was like some of the funniest text to the wrong number, the funniest wrong number text. So one of the ones that I noted here because I thought it was hilarious. So apparently it was an ex who texted the wrong number, and the guy just kind of made fun of it. But she said, "I still love you. I never stopped." He said, "I can't imagine the worst occasion to have to ask this, but who is this?" I was like, "That's pretty great." And then it got me thinking about just like any potential times that you might have texted the wrong number or have received a wrong number text. And what your response might have been, you know?
I don't necessarily think I've texted the wrong number.
I mean, it's harder to do that these days.
I mean, like, yeah, most people keep their.
I don't know how
numbers
people do that.
I may have, but I can't really remember. And when people text me the wrong number, I just kind of like, no worries, man. You know, hope you find who the fuck you're looking for. I mean, I don't know.
That was gonna be my first question. Like, do you respond when that happens?
Oh well, there's like been a like some. Oh, actually, I get a few messages. Right, one message is looking for some dude like for like the last year. It's like I guess they're trying to build
Like
collections.
voicemail?
Yeah, and then there's another one. It's like something Salazar. I promise you, they've been looking for this guy for a while. I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do. It's been using my number and shit. So it's weird. I don't know. I think for the most part, I don't really have any weird stories like that in terms of like texting or whatever wrong numbers.
I don't have any firsthand that I can really recount off the top of my head, but I do know like Glenn had a similar situation. He was telling me there's like some lady, and she was always like, I guess left him a series of voicemails for an extended period of time. And
Is it like that Seinfeld episode where he's calling Gammy and she's dead? She's like, Gammy's dying now. Oh, yep, Gammy's dead. Don't call no more. Gammy's dead.
That's hilarious. A dude would get like, yeah, your Nana is dead now because you won't stop calling
Can
me.
you imagine having to be the guy like, listen, I don't know who else is gonna tell you this. They're dead.
Like, listen, I'm not them, so they're probably dead because if you're texting them and you're reaching me, that means their number is not theirs anymore.
Believe it or not, your Gammy is dead. Sorry about that shit.
But it's just funny how like how can somebody be trying to contact the wrong person for such a long period of time and not figure out, okay, this person is
like,
not on the other end of this line.
Maybe it's not the person.
Yeah, like nothing happened. You didn't encounter this person in the last year in person. Like nothing.
Yo, I swear I get mail from the first. Okay, so I get mail for the first tenant I had, and I get mail for the ladies that lived there before me still. And it's been almost 4 years. It's been 4 years.
Yeah.
Like, these bitches, I don't know why they... I don't know where they live or... So I have theories. They were old, right? They either are in Poland, right? I think they were Polish.
Makes sense. I mean, it's a pretty Polish area.
Yeah. And then, or they...
Or to kick the bucket.
How's it go? Like... You know, like maybe
Giving
I
you the
don't know.
most Sizzlack over there.
Because I've been receiving mail for these ladies. There's like one's like Bonnie and the other one is like Deborah. Hey Bonnie, Deborah,
Those sound like some old white women names.
if you're watching, please, for the love of God, can we get your fucking mail?
That happens here still. I mean, we've been just over a
Can you
year
just throw
now.
away mail? Like I'd be like, fuck this.
I don't know, man. I oftentimes like there's one for the old people who lived here, and it's like some kind of greeting card of some sort. And I was like, man, I know it's technically illegal, but it's not mail tampering. It came to my house, so I want to see what's in it. I have yet to open it, but I'm thinking
I
about
was
it.
gonna say like, so what was in it?
Yeah,
It's
nah, I
like
didn't.
results. Like,
Like, ooh, better get these forwarded to you.
probably should have. Like there'd be like documents. I'm like, I know that they need these. There's no reason they wouldn't need them. Why?
But this is their fault.
Why haven't they? They probably moved out of the country.
Like I know the people who here didn't. Your
No, I'm
people
telling-
might.
yeah, they may have moved out.
Yeah.
because they just don't seem to be around.
Like I didn't put a rush to do that, but I moved from my parents' house from the second time. So now, like, if I need any of my things, it's at their house, not far. But like, if you're leaving your house and nobody who you know or are related to lives there anymore, you should probably like forward your mail and get that all taken care of.
Switch their fucking address, you dicks.
It's my inconvenience to have to forward this to you. Man, you're lucky this shit ain't just in the
That's
bin.
exactly what it is. Now you got to figure out like return to sender. Tell the fucking mail person stop delivering this bullshit here.
Yeah, I'm about to stop this
Usually
lady.
they forget or they change mail carriers, and you got to tell that person, and that's like a whole nother thing because you don't got to report with that guy.
I'm gonna stop at this mail lady next time I see her. But like, listen, these people do not live here. I don't know if you saw it, but in the mailbox, I have like just the last name listed so you can see what last name is applicable to this address.
That's it. That's it.
I
That's all.
even read an article talking about how like if you put dryer sheets in your mailbox, that it stops bees from forming nests in there. And I did that for you. I went and put two
Now
dryer
do this
sheets.
for me.
Now stop putting other shit in here I don't need.
Did you really read that? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
What they don't like? What they want static electricity?
No, like for whatever reason, bees won't.
Bees want to
form-
fly around shocking each other.
I don't know what it is, but so for whatever reason they won't put a nest in there, and they were like, I guess whatever the researchers were, they're like, oh yeah, now the postal service asks that like if you can or if you think it might be an issue to throw some dryer sheets in there so they don't get stung when they try to put your mail in the box. And I was like, you know what, I could do that for them.
Right. I don't. I wouldn't blame you. That's.
I hate bees too.
You know. I was
hate you
watching.
bees. I hate you bees.
I was watching Jeremy Clarkson on his new show, Farming, the Clarkson Farm on Amazon.
Yeah.
No plug, just a good show. And he was raising, like, so he started to do all these endeavors on his farm. He's got 1,000 acres.
Yeah. That's a lot of acres.
So he's got bees, right? He's like, I'll raise honey naturally and I can sell it in my shop.
Yeah.
So he decides to get bees, right? So he gets stung right on his ass. Like, so they got the whole
Fucking
Getty
with
up.
bees like that, man.
They had the whole Getty up, right? Like the whole suit, and
Yeah.
the guy that was with him didn't. He was like, "How many times you get stung a day?" He's like 5 times. And he went to go give him something, and this dude's hand looked like it was forever swollen. It was just this fat ass, big ass bee hand. Like,
if I'm getting stung even once a day, I'm like, nah, I'm not participating in this.
dude, there's no way I'm gonna be a bee
5 times a day.
beekeeper. Look, dude,
Oh, goof ass boy.
there's no way. He's like, dude, bees can be violent.
They are violent, and there's no reason for them to be usually. They just start
Well,
that
not
way.
every bee is violent. They just don't want you to come take the fucking things that they're working hard for. It's like,
Listen,
let's
man.
say you work in a stamping factory, right? And you're here to go stamp 100 of these and you can go home. And so you do that, right? You're stamping, you got 60 done. And then somebody comes from the other side and they're like, I'm going to take these stamped things already and make it easier for myself instead of making my own fucking stamps. And now you got to remake
Yeah,
another
but that's
60
what they do. Like, I'm not trying to fuck with bees unless they come into my territory. You know what I'm saying?
It's not bees.
I don't like them in my area.
Not bees. It's wasps.
It's insects.
That's what I'm afraid of. I don't like
It's insects. You already know how I feel about spiders.
I don't like wasps. I don't know what a hornet necessarily looks like, but I don't want it.
No. Anything that flies through the sky at ridiculous speeds and tries to hurt you.
Seeing these things, they're like there's these conspiracy theorists who say that birds aren't real. They're like meant to like spy on us and do all these weird things. There's like
Is it because like they make that V formation in the sky and they're like
no,
they have to be hunting
they're
us?
just saying that they're wired and they're like watching us and recording us. And I was like, birds? They're like, yes, they've killed billions of birds and they've replaced them with bird robots that fly and come spy on you.
I think that they can't do that or the whole ecosystem collapses. No, like
Yeah, I think that there's no way to kill birds off like
you
that.
can't kill millions of birds.
Even pigeons. You can't just kill pigeons like that. Pigeons are like probably some bird's food.
There's like some food chain line where they're significant. Yeah, all I know is if you get rid of any one particular species and then don't replace the function that it serves,
We've all seen butterfly effect, like or we've seen Peter's version of butterfly effect.
yeah.
You can't go backwards in time and just kill a flower and think that flower is gonna be existing when you get back to 10 years later. Like,
Yeah.
it's weird. Like, you listen. You do me a favor. You can go back, but you cannot change anything. You have to listen to me. You cannot change anything.
That flower was important because a bee was supposed to land on it and pollinate it, but because it wasn't there, the bee ended up getting swooped up by a bird, and then now that
And now there's no more bees.
and that bee was also going to end up being food for a different animal. You know, like
No,
the way
man,
that whole
honestly,
thing works.
There's no way. Like, nope.
Yeah, it's all craziness. Man, there's other things. Music.
I would know.
Pop Smoke just put out his
yeah.
posthumous.
The new this new Pop Smoke is pretty dope. I listened to it. It's got a song with Pusha. I don't have my phone on the way here. I was driving, and as I'm getting on the expressway, I think I came up with an idea, right?
Okay.
And I was gonna try to go to my notes to write it down, and I was like, I was wondering why nothing was connecting to the Bluetooth, so I don't have my phone.
Okay.
But,
Well, let me see if I can.
But the Pop Smoke was dope. They have Pusha T and Kanye West. There's a Dream and somebody. There's actually a good amount of features. But I read something that said his best friend wasn't aware that this. What are you doing?
Every time you hit a button, it's sensitive. Well, I got the album pulled up here. You know,
So we're gonna put something on real quick.
assuming that I can hear it all. And I don't even know. Can't hear nothing on this so far.
Yeah, me neither. I don't. Oh, there we are.
Vision, you could still see a nigga tell the vision.
That's my fake ass air horn that I ripped from a source that we can't go too crazy with this because, of course, we don't have.
Well, you didn't play anything. All right. Well, that's it.
That was the beginning of the song he got with Kanye and
Yeah,
whatnot,
I read something, or I seen a couple videos, and then I read a little article saying. So, firstly, Pop Smoke's best friend was saying that he didn't even know there was an album coming out, and he didn't think that Pop Smoke would want it to be this way. He wouldn't want it to come out. I don't know. I mean, there's no telling really because obviously he's departed. Rest in peace,
Yeah.
Pop Smoke, and then
rest in peace for sure.
But so and then I seen an interview, I guess, with his brother and his mother, and I don't know where his brother went. Maybe he went away to school. I'm not sure. I don't know if he went away if he was locked up or something. But I think it was school. And he was like when he left, his brother was like prepubescent Pop Smoke.
Yeah.
And regular voice and whatnot. He said he came back and he was like, "Yo, what you talking about?" Like,
All of a sudden, he had the deepest voice known to man.
like just out of nowhere, like just crazy. And it was just funny to hear him because his brother makes a really good impression of his brother Pop Smoke.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool, man. And that dude was just way too young to pass, and the way he passed was fucking. This violence that's going on is fucking nuts,
I mean, the thing was that was crazy, and it didn't fucking stop there, and it's still going on. And
It just keeps going and keeps going. There was
every other week, there's a new rapper who's been gunned down somewhere, man.
Like Dirk and his girl were in a shootout in Atlanta at his home with some home invasions. I was gonna say home invaders, home invasions. I didn't know which ones to say, so I said home invaders. About some home invasions. It's like instead of saying Mackay Pfeiffer, you say McKifer. It's a lot easier. People don't know who you're talking. People don't know who you're talking about. I'm sure of it.
Hold on, let me make sure I get this name right. Okay. on that same note, because unfortunately this doesn't ever fucking stop. Rest in peace to KTS Dre. He was a Chicago rapper who, as he was being let out of prison, essentially.
Oh yeah. Well, he was lit up.
Yeah, he was walking in a little village neighborhood in Chicago. He was with two ladies, one of them like 60, and the other one didn't really give her age. But two guys hopped out of a car with fucking automatic weapons. He got hit. They said up to like 64 times.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's crazy. And then the other two ladies also got hit, but they're luckily good and healthy, I think. So
that's fucking insane.
Yeah, crazy.
Yo, man, like Chicago's going nuts. The whole world's going crazy, but like this city itself is got a whole nother thing going on that
fucking cloud over its head.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It's not anything that you want to have to see or hear about anymore, but rest in peace to him and thoughts with his family and everything like that.
Yeah.
Craziness.
Indeed, man.
Chicago has never really been a welcoming place for celebrity, to be honest.
Yeah, that's why you don't see a lot of celebrities around here. They don't show, and if they do, they're in specific spots and they know where they're going to be. They don't really rotate too much unless they're of that cloth where they do,
Yeah, I mean, and you got, of course, like your athletes who are here and all that. They have whatever high-rise fucking condos and shit like that. Like they're in the prime area
looking
downtown.
down on us like
48 stories up. Right. Yeah.
I was gonna, in the vein of music,
yeah, deep vein. Okay.
Drake is supposed to be dropping. Apparently, industry insiders are saying that the album is dope.
This fool has been saying this for the last year.
Yeah, I heard also like a week ago it said that he was mixing it. Did you see the did we talk about it? Drake's date in Dodger Stadium.
Oh man, dime piece.
Oh well, my thing about her is I hate that she always has her eyebrows like high. Like she's always looking like she's like. Like I would like to see them at a normal size.
Maybe she's often confused. Huh?
No, they're very arched. Like just let them sit normally. I'd like to see where you sit there, but she got body. I'm telling you, boy.
Well, that last one wasn't that cute, but she got body, boy. I'm telling you.
Yeah, no, she got body. But they were in that Dodger Stadium, and Drake's just looking up like, fuck, and she's probably just like, fuck, and that's pretty much the situation.
Makes sense. In that line
she
of
got body, boy.
In that line of celebrity, Wild 'N Out's coming back, huh?
I thought it was bad.
Well, no, they canceled him because of whatever something he said that they said was anti-Semitic because the media likes to do that. But he has been like, nah, fuck you, fuck that, fuck all of that, and Wild 'N Out is back again.
He apologized.
Beginning of August. I don't even think so.
Just kind of went back.
Nick Cannon has been focused on just fucking and making money.
Kids.
That's all he does.
Yeah, like 17 kids now. I think he's trying beat however many that DMX had. DMX had like 15 kids.
Yeah, like the last 6-7 months, Nick has been busy as hell. And I'm like, fool,
like yo,
wear a condom, man.
Nick, you want to go out, man? Nah, I'm fucking tonight. I gotta try to get this other baby out real quick.
Like my man, you better be careful out there. Ursher got the herp. Ursher, let that be a warning.
It's Ursher, baby.
Yeah, I don't know. He's been very busy. So that's pretty cool because Wild 'N Out's been something we've been that's been keeping us entertained
that
recently.
Shit's been out for so many years though.
Yeah,
Wildin' Out. We wildin' out now. We wildin' out now.
But their little creative team or whatever is pretty good. A lot of those games are pretty funny. And then I don't know, just because you were talking about.
I mean, some of them. It depends on what they're doing. Like some of them, you're just like, all right, this is like the one where they got to hold the water in the mouth. It's funny,
yeah,
but you're just like
that one's not my favorite either. But
very hard to make.
But the one where they're like introducing people to their family reunion, that shit's hilarious.
Yeah,
pick up and kill it. That shit's usually pretty funny.
Wild 'N Out's been out since like 2005, I think.
It's been on for a minute,
for a fucking long time.
Nick Cannon with his fucking head wrap now.
Nick Cannon is fucking hilarious.
Fuck you, son. Nick Cannon just ran off for school clothes money. Chappelle
show.
Nothing else really needs to be said about Chappelle,
Ah, whoa, 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 wow, wow, wow. Boom, boom, dum, 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 dum.
Let's start the show.
Yeah.
Any other music that's significant that came out? Because I don't pay that much attention.
I honestly haven't. I don't think much is coming out. That's the weird thing. People are still holding out. Like there's not a lot of music coming,
Which is weird because we're in the depths of the summer.
Tyler came out a few weeks ago.
Nobody wanted to put out like a summer anthem. Oh, like yo, the world opening back up from a COVID pandemic. Let's put out a summer anthem.
I think people are still like we said last week. People are touring.
I mean, that's great.
Still, I mean, they made a lot of material probably during COVID.
All right, well then if you had that, like I don't know, if I were an artist, a famous artist, not the person who just raps in the beginning of podcast, then I would probably be like, yo, I'm going to make an anthem for the anticipated reopening of the world.
This is for the hustlers.
This one's for all the people who have been locked down in their crib, not the ones who've been locked down in a pen. There's enough anthems for you.
Them? Oh, okay. If you've been in a house with your spouse and you hate that motherfucker trying to kill him like a mouse and you can't do it,
you're sick and tired of seeing her without a blouse.
Then don't worry, just call me to your house. This is 189.
Oh my God.
We will come and beat the shit out of you.
Anyway, shifting gears a little bit here, I want to allow the people who are watching this now to know that if you are a podcast or a Patreon subscriber, there's not going to be a after party for this episode. Unfortunately, we got some plans today.
After the show, there is no after party, and after the party, they know after party
because after the party is the auto show, and
actually, that's it. We're going to the auto show.
It's usually not this late in Chicago, but
because of COVID, they decided to delay it, and now it's outdoors as well, which is everything I've never known the auto show to be. It's always been in like February and like the coldest fucking weather possible.
And you know, it's not my favorite auto showcase.
Well,
I like World of Wheels and shit like that, but
I mean, it depends on what you're looking for. Are you looking for a new car? If you're looking to see what the new joints are, this is the best way to do it.
But not really, because I can't get in that bitch and test drive.
McCormick Place is huge.
It is.
And they also have a lot. They always usually have a pretty good selection of what
McCormick Place for people outside of Chicago is like one of the biggest convention centers, essentially.
Last time I went, they didn't have Mercedes. They didn't have BMW. It was weird. I wanted to see like the E63s. That's my favorite shit.
Yeah, I mean, well, whatever. We'll go this time and you'll see if they may be there.
Yeah, be there in a few hours.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been to the auto show. It typically is like March, I think.
Been a while.
It's typically, I think, March here.
Since I seen you.
But because, the world opened back up as things have gone by, I'm just going to talk as he sings my background music.
Told you.
So now they decided to push it back to July. And as it's July, they decided to put it outside because it's warm outside.
I'm a hitman for hire.
Just terrible.
On your heart.
Here, I'll just do this
I'm
for you
gonna
guys.
take
I can.
And I'm all right, you can unmute me now. Thank you.
I did already.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
I only muted you for like.
I haven't sang that much this episode.
You sang a lot right there.
Well, I was trying to make up for the lack of singing early on.
All right. Well, so yeah, I mean, is there any particular? Obviously, everybody is kind of in the market car wise here a little bit.
I think I'm in a market to go to get to SUVs, but I don't know what I want. And I want power, and I want speed, and I want.
Do you have any prospects that you were thinking of?
Possibly the Dodge Durango, something like that. Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT, old one, like a 15, 14. Because those are expensive.
Right.
But we'll see. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't even know if I'm going to trade my car at this point. But we'll see.
Okay.
Got to explore all options, man.
Yeah. I mean, the auto show is nice. They usually have like some weird like events type of things, like little mini things happening, and you end up leaving with a bunch of like promotional items from people's businesses and shit, and they have a bag full of fucking, what do you call it, stress balls.
All you got is like fucking pamphlets you end up throwing away, and it's just dead trees for no reason.
Yeah, they give you a lot of shit that you don't really
Would you stop fucking killing all these trees for these whack ass pamphlets?
Listen, the only thing I'm really interested here is trying to enter this drawing to potentially win a free car. And if you don't have those things, you might as well just not come here.
Dude, I remember at the end of every auto show, I'd be looking, I'd be like, I grabbed a pamphlet from every fucking car. Everyone they had. I'm like, what?
And what did you do with those afterwards?
I have no clue.
Yeah, exactly.
They are in a dump somewhere, and it's not only mine, everybody else did the same thing. Everybody had these plastic bags, which are bad for the world, and then all this paper that's.
I would
bad
go to
for
those booths like, listen, I only want a pen. Like, well, can you take this? Like, can't you just hold on to these for later? I'm sure you have another auto show in a different city coming up. Like, I don't
Like,
want
dude,
this.
just make it a fucking just. I don't know. There's got to be a better way to do it than just fucking placing out. How many trees have you killed? I keep going back to it, but there's a lot of trees being killed for this like cardstock paper,
Yeah.
and it's super thick. Shit,
sure.
give you paper cuts.
Yeah, I think the last time I went to an auto show was probably like 4 or 5 years ago now. But they had there was like some new F-150 being released. This was not electric, and so they had like a cool little showcase, just kind of showing like it going over different terrains and like the
I did
wheels being in
that with the Wrangler last time I went. It was
Yeah.
hilarious. It was the worst though. It was like we waited in line for like I don't know 40 minutes for no reason. This is the worst.
or a tour guide of sorts to drive us around
Maybe
a
one
small
of my
track.
favorite ones we gone to was that boat one like a few years back.
Oh yeah, I actually went. I think last year or the year
That's
before.
always,
with
that's,
Pops,
that's
too.
always a fun thing.
Yeah.
I don't
Boat
know.
shows are nice.
Yeah, because you get on ball on these boat shows.
But I don't
like,
have a boat.
Look at all the shit I can't afford.
Yeah, that's the problem. You know, like if I had a boat, I'd feel a little bit better about being at a boat show.
Having a boat is expensive too, though. You don't want a boat.
There's a lot of maintenance
You
involved.
don't want to have a boat.
Well, especially here because you can't leave it in the water.
That's
the
too
whole
much.
time.
I gotta get a longer cord. I keep doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to place you here, but
What you gonna do?
very picky about the sound.
Well, I
he
wanted
hears
to
in his
hear.
ears.
Yeah, it sounds like somebody's like I gotta again like I'm talking in a like a hollowed out can. Not
Okay,
now,
okay.
before. Not on their ears and not on my ears now, but before my ears before. My ears like
I mean,
an
listen,
hour and
you
20
want
minutes ago.
You want to hear it the way that you want to hear it, you know. And
Yeah, you right.
yeah,
All right. Anyway, what we got? Sneakers?
yeah. Wow, we're cutting it short early today, huh? All right, well,
I don't know. I got nothing right now.
all I will say is this: Space Jam 2 is coming out. Boycott it.
Yeah, although we do know that you requested a sit down and watch, and we are currently discussing whether or not we want to do that.
If I sit down and watch it, what likely is going to happen is I'm going to mute most of it and then just talk shit
No,
about a lot of
it's gonna
it.
be a long video. It just will because
Yeah, I mean-
it's gonna be literally the first song like, oh, this makes me mad.
I'm gonna like unsubscribe from HBO Max for the next month because it's only out for 30 days on it.
Oh, well. But yeah, no, I think we're gonna end up doing these things. Like everything you're suggesting, me and Adam have been speaking about.
Yes, in case you haven't noticed, we're getting more things on the creamiest of the crop tier of the
Yeah,
Patreon.
You're trying to do a little creamy viewing, and go ahead and Adam chose this innuendo, so I'm gonna go with it.
I didn't go with it for innuendo. Like, what do you call the cream of the crop? Right? That's the best.
Yeah, but
So it's the creamiest of the crop.
Yeah, but when you say creamiest, it's like that's
That's
the
only because you're a disgusting human being.
I am. It is what it is. But either way, we are adding more. We're taking your suggestions and really discussing what's possible, what's not right now. So
Yeah, man. We're doing things.
These viewing parties, if you will, we will have them. Maybe we'll do live ones, but we got them coming.
Yeah, we're gonna do some shit like that. So I guess I mean 124. We done by 1:30 here.
About right. We usually do 140, I think. So
All right. Well,
what
so
it
we
is.
see you got your 100th episode shirt on.
yeah, I didn't have anything that I
feel
wanted
you.
to wear that was clean.
It happens.
So
It happens.
I figured let's wear this again today.
I tried to find out the best way to display both shirts there, and eventually, like, I want to have just like a stockpile of them put neatly somewhere.
Yeah, on a shelf.
Yeah, or something like that. I
Yeah,
don't
look
know.
at what
So-
we have for you to buy.
Right. Or just like look what we have.
For
and
you,
let's
it's
now,
for me to poop on.
like one day we're gonna create within the set like a KNKP a museum of sorts. You know, like this is the shit that we like the old microphones we used to use before we upgraded to these, and like you know,
Yeah.
it's kind of
Like a museum.
Yeah, a little time
put it
capsule.
in the room over there.
yeah.
It's like you never been to Lincoln's house in Springfield, have you?
Nope.
That's a weird thing. They got like an outhouse. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, never actually been to
Like
Springfield.
this big, tall, bearded motherfucker was just
Jebediah
taking a shit in this-
Sprungfeld.
Yo, I found out that I don't know that it's true, but I feel like it is. I heard that Sylvester Stallone is 5'6".
Yeah, probably.
That's little.
He's a tiny dude.
Why do they?
He's
make
like
him-
short,
They make
stocky
him
as
look
fuck.
like
Like
6'2", 6'3" in movies.
they can do crazy things with camera.
the fact that Rocky is only 5'6", I'd beat the shit out of Rocky. Fuck that.
If you notice in most of his movies, he's very close to the lens, not very far out. You know.
Yeah, he kind of like engulfs the lens. Like in Rambo, they make him seem like a giant.
Yeah, unless he's like running on the side of the mountain, then they pan out extra far.
Imagine that you get on the boat with Rambo and you're like, dude, when are we gonna pick up Rambo? I am Rambo. Like,
He's like, oh, excuse me, little fella, I'm trying to find Rambo.
he's like, I am Rambo. Like, what do you? You're Rambo? Like, dude, what are you, a little boy? Like, what is this? Like 5'6"?
But he did Rocky, so like, which class of boxing were you in when you have a reach that's like 36 inches?
Little boy? I don't know. Like, dude, honestly, it's really hilarious that fucking Rocky or Sylvester Stallone. So he's been Rambo.
Sly.
So he was Rambo running through the woods at 5'6". Like, somebody catch this little motherfucker.
And he was recently Rambo again.
Yeah, again, and they made him look like a giant. I didn't know that he was 5'6". That's funny to me. That's really funny.
It's a small dude, for sure.
Hollywood makes
Especially when you're like diesel as fuck.
Dude, I would look like a fucking giant on screen if that's the case. If he at 5'6" looks like a fucking, like he's 6'2", and I at 6 foot will look, I'm not as swole as
But see, if that's true, then it allows a little extra credence to the accuracy of over the top, because now his center of gravity is lower.
No, I don't think so. I think no, I don't think so, because if he's 5'6", does his feet can he touch the ground while he's sitting down while he's on that stool?
I think about it like this, right? If you're leaning your elbows up, because he's short on the table, it's like perfect. He doesn't have to bend down at all. He's not.
The only way
crouching.
I see it is if maybe his the bone or the length from his elbow to his hand is short,
Normal size.
so the guy's like trying to.
That's why he has to go over the top.
He's got to match him. So that's why he has that. I don't know. I just think it's funny that Sylvester Stallone is 5'6".
It is pretty funny when you
How
think about
tall
it.
is? No, I think.
There's certain people that if you
I
like
was gonna
met them
say-
face to face, it'd be like, holy shit, you're.
I was gonna say
much
how
tinier,
tall
but-
is Arnold, but Arnold was a fucking bodybuilder, so he's like 6'2".
I don't think you have to be tall to be a bodybuilder. I knew somebody.
Arnold's
Actually, one of these guys I used to work with at Dominic's, he was a bodybuilder. He did like competitions.
Well,
and
you
shows,
don't have to be,
but he was like
but
5'7".
Arnold was a pretty tall man, I believe.
Let's see.
I'm gonna say like 6'2". He's like Austrian. Those motherfuckers don't be short.
That's not true, man. I dated an Austrian.
The men's.
Yeah, but I mean, there was men in her family.
Okay, well, maybe they were short men. I don't know.
Hold on a second.
You are
there.
taking a long time.
Hey, listen, man, shut up.
long.
6'1".
Okay, so pretty tall compared to. So next time you see a picture of them together, be like,
And when he was in his contests, he was 235 pounds, and when he was off season, it was 260.
God damn, he's a big motherfucker.
Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Oh shit, let me get this thing back up.
Yeah, 6.
All right, so on from your shirt, let's see what kind of kick you got on today.
Yeah, I just brought out the cool gray 11s, man.
A little something light, you know.
Yeah, these are the old, but these hopefully, I'm hoping to get those the ones that come out in December, trying to double up a little bit. Yeah, I mean,
True.
So I can have cool gray 11s for the foreseeable future.
Sounds good. I've never had a pair of again the 11s I have over there. The first pair I got, so
Well, hopefully you can get.
I will
these.
also try for them. You know, the fucked up thing is, and Nike, I hate you for this. My birthday's in the middle of December, like literally right in the middle, the 16th. So if my birthday is right there, and then your holiday release is like the 16th, 15th, 17th, bitch, give me the shoes I want. Like,
They're not gonna do that for you.
I mean, damn, it's the least y'all could do. I've been a member
Nike
since 2013.
don't
That's
give a-
just when you first created the app.
We ain't gonna go on another sneakers rant. They already know we hate them.
It's true.
What you wearing?
All right, well, number one, I got this little Dragon Ball Z Friday mashup of a shirt on. We're saying, damn, looking at Red's eye. You know what I mean?
Goku.
Put your glasses back on.
Oh, Goku coming.
Something like that. I don't think they fear Goku's one of the good guys.
I don't know. I just know that's
Right.
the only name I know.
He's the good guy.
I know.
actually.
I know anime. I know Goku, and I know
He was a bad guy for like one episode because they
I know
like, did
these are the
something
only
to his
words
psyche.
I know. Dragon Ball Z. It's not the word. It's a word in a letter.
Yes.
But I know anime and I know Goku.
Okay, that works, I guess.
Oh, and I know because all of the
Super
fucking,
Saiyan.
those goofy ass NBA players run with their fucking arms backwards like Super Saiyan. If you don't get your little Super Saiyan ass out of here.
Yes. And I think I wore these fairly recently. Honestly, I don't 100% remember, but these Jordan 9s. Deuce Trey on back, like Fab say. You know. I want to say the colorway is anthracite. If I'm not mistaken.
Seems about right.
Looks like an anthracite color. So.
I don't even know no anthracite. You don't know no anthracite? I don't know no anthracite. You don't know NATO? I don't know NATO.
So yeah, that's what I went with today. I like the 9s. They're a comfortable shoe, but you can't do too much walking in them. So I'm gonna switch these out for the auto show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why I decided to say yes to the auto show, man. The more I think about it, I'm like, damn, it's Sunday. I got to work tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm
like it's gonna be a late night.
That. But what are you gonna do?
You know, for sure. Go spend some quality time with pops and whatnot.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so again, no after party today. Sorry, people.
Sorry, there will be other material dropping this week, though.
Yeah. We got things.
We got some stuff coming.
Got some things in the tuck. You know, this weekend we got a good amount of things posted. There will be more as the week goes on and whatnot. So. Stay tuned for that, and you know, maybe one of you guys might consider, you know, looking at the Patreon and be all right, cool, let's go see what the other stuff that they put up there. So
right, and remember that with the top tier,
you get a shirt, man.
Comes the shirts.
Now, if we don't have your size, you might just have to hold off until we get the next.
This shirt doesn't belong to Carl.
No.
But these are the shirts.
And I'm pretty sure it's Frank. You always say
And
Carl.
I know. And on the back, they have. I'll turn around.
Well, I could just take the shirt here.
Turn around here.
Oh, I'll just do it. Quick turn around here and just model the shirt for you. Yeah, and we got Sam in this lovely little green number.
Is it right here in the back?
Do your turn on the catwalk type shit. You know?
Wow. I'd be the worst model on the planet.
Yeah, probably. You know.
Yeah, I saw.
Mostly because you got to like.
I saw a thing of like Rihanna walking the catwalk, and then she looked at somebody and like literally just stopped and flipped them off and said "fuck you" and just kept walking. I was like,
I fucks with Rihanna.
Fuck you, bitch, or something like that.
I fucks with Rihanna, you know.
I wish I did. Anyway, so that being said,
yes. As a reminder for the last moment of the episode, just go ahead and follow us on all the socials. Subscribe to the pod.
What's the Patreon link? How does that go? www.patreon.backslash.
Go to our Instagram and it's in the bio. It's just so much easier. But it's
Patreon.
I put the website in the or the description of this.
It's simple as search Kiona and it'll pop up on their.
Search Kiona and Kasson because sometimes I've looked for our pod in other places and I just started typing it just to see like what order it comes up in, and there's other things with Kiona like
what the hell?
I don't know. So,
that bullshit.
But yeah, do that. Go follow us everywhere. Subscribe everywhere. We love y'all. We'll catch y'all on episode 102.
Peace.
Peace.